I want to bring this up because Justine Lupe, I heard, plays pranks, right? She played a pretty good one on you.
Well, I don't know how often she does it, but she played the absolute best prank that has ever been played on anyone, and it happened to be on me, and I have never felt more loved in my life. Because she put about 5 weeks into this prank. It was like a long con.
It's a long...
So on set, I'm like, whatever, I listen to a lot of biohack podcasts, and I'm always like, oh, we should be eating more protein. Oh, we should be taking creatine, whatever. I'm one of those people, I'm sorry. And on set, she hears me talking about this all the time. And so she decided, with the help of quite a few crew members, to convince me that she was drinking her own urine.
What?
But she said very specifically to my best friend, Anna, she was like, I'm doing this prank, make sure she doesn't do it, okay, because it's not real. So you have to make sure she doesn't try it when she goes
Because you like
home.
all the hacks and you're like...
Because I would have been the person that tried it.
Oh my God.
So she starts, she basically like organizes it in, we're shooting this car scene and Adam's in the back and I get in the car to prep, you know, where they're about to call rolling. Justine's like, yeah, I drink it every morning. It's really good action. And I was like, what do you drink every morning? Next break. What do you drink every morning? She's like, oh, well, my homeopathic doctor told me about drinking your urine. It remineralizes you. And I was like, what? How about a multi-V? So then I watch her, she knows I'm watching things at all times because I'm, like I said, a very nosy person. She's in the green room and she's like, hey, would you mind bringing up my water bottle from base camp? Sorry, yeah, and also, I feel like I don't know about HR, but I should tell you it's like there's urine in it, so if you can like touch it with a glove or whatever. And I'm, again, like on my phone, like, oh my God, this girl. I then call my doctor friend.
No,
like, I need to know that, first of all, this is safe and she's not gonna like get a disease. He was like, it's not great. There's it's waste, right? Cut to 4 weeks later, I'm getting more and more nervous watching her drink this chamomile tea and she'll take a mint and she'll drink it. And each like day, she sets it up to be higher stakes for me.
She's incredible.
She's so savage.
That's amazing.
And then finally, she shows up on set and she says, Kristen, look, you know I love you. I think this is so important. I have this cooler. I open it up. It is 3 jars. And she says, these are my best peas.
These are
And I finally went, Justine, stop. You can't do this. And I hadn't like really yelled at her at all. I was just like gonna let my friend do what she was gonna do. Cut to, it's chamomile tea. It was April Fool's Day.
Oh my God. These are my best peas.
This girl.
That should be on a shirt.
And every crew member knew about it.
These are my best peas.
These are my best peas. I want you to have them, she said.
How kind.
5 weeks, you guys. That's love. I was
is
like, oh my gosh, she thought about me for 5 weeks.
That is a lot. So wait, we have tape of the reveal of that prank.
Oh, yeah, because the crew was videotaping it, of course, yeah.
April Fools. This is my long con prank.
No.
Yes.
No!
That's chamomile tea. Everybody knows that I've been trying to trick you into thinking that I've been drinking my own pee.
You're a witch.
Oh, really?
You didn't do it at all? No, of course not. I'm so glad to hear you say that.
I love that your brain, I was saying in the break how you're running through all the people you've talked about this with and all the doctors you've called.
I went home and told my husband, I was like, Justine did something really strange today. She told me she was drinking her own urine. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I mean,
I love that you're both so open and so progressive. You're like, do you? Like, you know, just do you.
Yeah, I'm not about to tell someone else how to live, but then if you do find out from a doctor it could hurt them, I think you're kind of obligated to be like, I feel like that's not great.
I love that you called the doctor, though. It's just so good.
I had to know.
Every part of it. So a few weeks later, Justine stopped by to share her side of the story, and here's what she had to say. So when Kristen was here, she said that you pranked a lot, and there's something about your like healthy habit that you really tricked her.
Yeah, okay, so Kristen is obsessed with biohacking, and I was like, well, I love pranks, she loves pranks. What's a good prank that kind of like buys into this whole biohacking thing? And I decided to convince her that I was drinking my own pee.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
The amount of people she called to be like, is this okay? Should you
I know,
do
she
this?
called her doctor, she called her friends. I had to surrender because it was a long running joke, like, or prank, I should
Yes.
say. I was like, it's very good for you. It remineralizes your body. Yeah, I was like, if you just take all the vitamins that you need at the beginning of the day, then the next day, you pee in a cup at the beginning of the day, and you drink it, it will remineralize your body.
I love that you knew, like, she's so into, like, health and wellness,
Yes.
that she was like, I mean, should I be drinking
I
that
had
pee?
to tell her assistant, you cannot let Kristen drink her own pee. That would be like one step beyond what we want out of this prank. The end of the prank was that I steeped chamomile tea at different gradients because, you know, different pee comes in different colors. And I put them in mason jars and I put them in a cooler and I brought them to set and I was like, Kristen, I have a present for you. I prepared my best pee for you.
These, she said you did. These are my best peas. Her face, because we saw the footage of her
you
face
saw it?
whenever she was like, yes, whenever she realized that it was a joke. That's the most amazing long game prank. Like,
I
that's,
know.
yeah, you're incredible.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's very
Yes.
generous of you. This is what I do
Committed.
with my time as an actor. It's
I
really...
love it. Creating that sisterly bond.
I knew that this was her love language. Pranking is her love language, and I want to give Kristen what she
Yes.
wants. So I just, yeah, this is how it transpired.
Much respect. Are you still living on the same street that you were when you were a kid? That's incredible. We, especially in the entertainment industry, we move so much. Like,
I
that's
know.
incredible that you still, and your mom lives on the same street?
Super weird.
Yeah. That's
It is
wonderful.
very strange for London, though. Londoners always move around, but I was born in 1959, so really 14 years after the end of the Second World War. And London was still quite dark. It was very grimy, you know.
Yeah.
And both my parents were actors, penniless actors,
Yeah.
and they lived in a tiny little flat. And when my dad got a bit of money, they moved around the corner. And that's where I've lived since I was 6.
That's fascinating. I have
And
lived
Mum
in
lives
so many
opposite,
places.
and my daughter, who was on your show before
Yes.
me, thank you very much.
I know.
Billing.
We love her, yes.
She's here, she
Yeah.
loves you so much.
Yeah. But that's incredible.
Yeah, she lives on the same street, and my son lives on the same street. I know,
Wow, you like each other.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, because I
That's
say that to
lovely.
some people, and they go, "You're kidding."
Yeah.
How awful, because it depends. You know,
Yeah.
we can't choose our family, and sometimes our families are not good for us.
No, and that's
Sometimes we have to
yeah.
move away from our families.
Well,
It
and a lot of
depends.
times I feel like in this industry, a lot of actors, singers, anybody in the entertainment or artistic community, sometimes you're escaping something and that trauma kind of made you who you are as an
Absolutely.
artist. So that's why it's just fascinating. And I love nesting. I love moving.
Yeah.
It says something about me in therapy, for
But
sure.
for sure.
yeah.
I understand that, but I think that the reason that I've always lived there is because my father died young. So my father died when I was 22, and I think that he was 52. So he
So young.
kind of smoking.
Yeah.
He was poor, born poor, smoked since he was like 10, heart disease. And so I think he said to me, you got to look after your mum. So I just didn't leave her. And Mum never got together with another person. So she was widowed at the age of 49 and is
do
now
understand.
93.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. But what made you want to do this? It's kind of more of an action thriller, which you usually don't. All the films that I know of you.
No, I've never done it before, ever.
Oh, okay, ever. Okay.
Yeah, and stupidly, as it turns out, I decided to start it at the age of 66. Why?
Just in time.
Why? Yeah, just in time to really hurt myself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my body has changed, I'm not as strong, and, you know, my knees will never be the same. And also, actually, what was hilarious was that the scripts weren't all written at once. You know, you didn't get them all at once.
Yeah.
So, and it started, and so da-da-da-da. But I get through 3 of them and think, oh, this is okay. You know, there's a bit of running around, there's a bit of, ooh, you know, there's a bit of searching about, there's a bit of, it's fine. And then suddenly a script would come through and I'd be reading, she's pulled by her feet out of the rat-infested tunnel. And I'm going, but hang on a second, that's not in the book. Where's my agent? Rat-infested tunnel?
Yeah.
No one mentioned that.
Where's my
No one
stunt
mentioned
double?
me being pulled out by my feet. What's this about jumping into the Atlantic in the middle of winter? I didn't know we had to do that. I didn't know. So I would get through a scene and just go, What did you sign up for, woman?
See, I kind of see that you're so fun, though. I've seen you in so many interviews, too, though. I feel like you'll be like, yeah, sure, drag away. I feel like I see you like that. Maybe I don't know you.
Oh, well, it depends. Okay, there was one day we were supposed to be on a boat. Well, we were on a boat.
Oh, I heard
on
about
a fishing
that, yeah.
boat, yes. And Ruth Wilson and I, who are starring in it together, and she's just wonderfully game. She'll do anything, actually. She has no fear. I'm going, please don't do that, Ruth, and she just does it. So, but we went on this boat, and the weather got quite choppy. Yeah, so the crew are all just green, and every so often someone will throw up over the side. I, on the other hand, am pretending to throw up over the side, which is becoming, because she gets sick in the scene. But we were on that boat. I thought, well, we'll do a couple of hours.
Trying to get out of it or something.
No. We were on the boat for a couple of hours, and I thought, well, they'll take us back to land and we'll have a bit of a rest. No, 8 hours we were on that boat.
Nope.
Bouncing up and down. By the time we got off, I was just, I'm going home now.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
can't
home.
do it.
Goodbye, everybody. I can't do this anymore.
I want to be the girl that can get out on a boat and in their bathing suit and the hat and the whole cute thing, but I'm just vomiting the whole time.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm vomiting the whole time, and
Yeah.
also bathing suits shouldn't be allowed.
They're not great.
Why
through
would you
it.
ever put yourself in one of those things? Bring back those huge Victorian things,
Yeah.
you know, that come down to here. I think so.
Or
And
even a
like,
nice
you know,
40s number, because they go like, yeah.
Next, most dangerous
Oh my
scene
gosh,
to shoot. You've done a lot of like action things.
I've just seen a picture of me looking totally psychotic on the screen.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, you look great.
And that was when I was just trying to warm myself up on one of those hot dog things in a convenience store.
Oh,
I mean, as the character, not as myself.
Yeah.
That's not what I. That's
No,
not
it
what I
didn't
do
seem odd
normally.
at all.
Most dangerous. In I Care a Lot, I had to escape from a sinking car, and that was a dangerous shoot. We did it in a tank, and the car was suspended on a huge crane, and I was in it, and it was going to be dropped into a tank of water. And the advice was,
Don't
as
die.
we sink, at the very last minute, take a breath, and then hold your breath for as long as you can. I mean, obviously there was a safety crew, and there was oxygen. As soon as I went like this, it would arrive in my mouth underwater.
Yeah.
But it was that moment where it's kind of real, and you literally have the little sliver. Everyone's gone very quiet.
Yeah.
You have the little sliver of air, and you're like, and I mean, you're in it. Your body is in it. Your body thinks you are in a sinking car and you are going underwater. And that's the thing. You can rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, but when you're acting it, your body thinks it is in danger of its life. So your heart. And after I would ask for the air, after we did 2 days of this, and then, you know, then she finds the seatbelt's jammed, and you have to wrestle the seatbelt out, and then you have to remove the headrest. This is all underwater, and you can't see.
Nope.
And then at the point that you ask for oxygen, you have to hold on to someone's hand, because your body is, I don't know what's going on, your heart is exploding in your chest.
That's where I go, bring in the stunt double. I am not Tom Cruise. It's like, no. Okay, that's a hard pass. That's scary.
It was scary, but after that, it made me go and learn to scuba dive, because I thought I have to have a non-traumatic experience in the water now.
I tried to do, I get panicked in the suit. So
Yeah.
a wetsuit alone, I'm out. I can't do a wetsuit.
It's hard to get on. I mean, I'm with you.
It's not even just hard to get on. You're there, and it just feels like I am being strangled in every part of my epidermis. Like it's every part of me is being, fighting.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that. I felt the same with fencing gear when I had to be a fencer in the Bond film. Everyone was like, it's so sexy. I was like, it's not, because you can't move or breathe.
Oh, I've had to wear those before.
Right.
For The Voice, we did something with the Olympics, and I had to wear one of those outfits.
Yes.
Not comfortable.
No, not sexy. Maybe sexy to other people to look at.
No, not if you're 5'3" either, girl. It was unfortunate. Next is best moment on Pride and Prejudice.
Every moment on Pride and
such a good
Prejudice
one.
was great.
Yeah.
Every moment was great and enchanted, and it's in the story. But I think one of my treasured moments was, I wasn't even filming. It was when all our sisters got up to watch Kira and Matthew shoot their dawn moment. I mean, it was so you know, when you're aiming for something like that in a film, and it has to be magical, and you want the film to have this sort of, you know, that the kiss should be just when the dawn is dawning and the sky is that beautiful colour, and the whole crew was praying that it would be magic, and we all got up at 3 a.m. and we all went with them, and we were all on the edge of the field watching him come out. It makes me cry.
Walk through the field. I've watched that moment so many times. I was
you know,
like,
when he comes across the field, and our sister's there, and yeah, we were really like sisters on that film.
It's also, I mean, it's such a classic, obviously, of Jane Austen's, but it's been done well before, so it's got to have a little bit of pressure going into that. But it was so, I love both. I love the Colin Firth. I love that they're doing it again.
Yes, and Carey Mulligan just sent me a picture, and she was like, "I thought it was us," and I was like, "It is us." And she was like, "It's not us." And it's a picture of the new lot.
Are they doing it, or is it one of the AI things? Because people tease me.
No, they're filming it now.
Yeah, they got all these dumb AI things, though, too, that happen.
They
And I'm like, oh, there's going to be another one.
No. They didn't.
No.
Olivia Colman is Mrs. Bennet. She'd be brilliant.
Oh, so it is really good.
But it's just weird when you get to the age where you've aged out of your character and you're now a grandma.
Yeah, but that's... Shut up. No one wants to hear that from you, you gorgeous angel. Okay, no. But that's going to be even more pressure, because I thought there was pressure. I was in love with Colin Firth as a child, and I saw the miniseries with Jennifer L as well. And then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this as much. And it was so good. I loved it as much. Now they've got double pressure. Don't f up, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about music every time. So what are you into right now?
I have to say I'm excited that you're asking me this, because I finally have been listening to some music that I really like. There's a band called Geese. They're out of New York.
Yeah. All right.
I've been
Be
listening
proud.
to them a lot. They're incredible.
Yeah.
And I love that they're like childhood friends. I got interested in them because I learned about the lead singer Cameron Winter's album, and then kind of went back. So I'm not as cool as I sound. I had to like relearn. I mean, another one I've loved lately is Dijon. He's an incredible songwriter.
Yeah.
And his second album I've been listening to a lot lately, Baby, it's so good. And he's just special. I feel like his music sounds like the future, which is not a great description of the music, but like it's everything about music that's great.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I like it because I heard that you like Dijon, so I started listening, and I was like, oh man, this is like really good chill music. It makes you feel good. You can put it on any time of the day. It just feels good. It's nice. It's cool lyrics. It's like the production is cool and interesting and different, and not all the songs are the same. You know, like you could buy an album and it's like one long song.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah, so I like that. Yeah,
I love it.
You have good taste. Who would have thought?
Thank you.
I also heard that you want to start a harmony club, and I want to know what the hell that is.
I don't either.
I love harmony.
Right?
It's my favorite thing.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
Lead, but
And that's the thing is like you can't sing harmony by yourself.
Yeah.
And which is
it's like we're in couples therapy or something.
That's true, Maya. You can't sing harmony by yourself. It is like couples therapy. But I feel like that should be the T-shirt. Harmony Club. You can't sing harmony by yourself.
I would wear it.
I would
attend.
Well, that's
I love
the thing.
harmony.
I feel like singing with other people is therapeutic. It feels so good to have like the air come through your body.
The frequency of
feels better.
Yeah, your voices coming together. Yeah.
And it's very special. Like sometimes I go on Instagram and look at Gay Men's Chorus of New York City. They have the most incredible harmonies. Incredible harmonies. And I've seen this kind of becoming a thing. Like people will go to these harmony rooms and it's like 100 people singing together. It's I get chills like thinking about it.
It's like spiritual. You're in the, and it's just how it, and I grew up, I was lucky I grew up in choir with a bunch of kids that were pretty great. And like we'd be able to like sing in churches and places that the acoustics were like beautiful. And it's like, oh, you go in the zone.
And it's good for you, I feel like. And it's, I don't know, it's community. So let's do it.
Have you ever though, been singing with someone that wants to sing harmony with you, but they don't know that they can't sing harmony?
And they go, and you start, and then they let go down, and you're like, no, we're going up here.
And they follow you,
Yeah,
like it's
really
a game of chase. And I'm like, and then you have to blame it on yourself because you don't want to tell them.
It's so
I'm sorry,
exhausting.
I just keep getting, I don't know why I keep forgetting that, you know what, maybe we just trade off.
That's you could take the lead.
Yeah.
Or you could take the lead.
I really love harmony, so like it's the worst because you don't want to like
That's
tell
the
that
telltale
person,
sign.
because they're confident about it.
Yeah.
They're truly
like, oh, here I go.
oh yeah, I got this.
That's why
like,
when they lock in, when that harmony locks in and you're all both together, you're both like, oh, we're both riding the motorcycle at the same time.
Yeah. But man, when it doesn't lock in, the crash is so crazy.
It's so rough.
Yeah, only as good as your weakest link.
You sound like a true harmonizer.
Oh man, it's my joy when because Jessie sings all my favorite parts. Like every time we do something, I'm like, that's the cool part.
I know.
Except when she's in the rafters on my high harmonies, I'm like, bitch, you got to do that.
Me and my college best friend, we had a band in college, and we just harmonized together. And then when we were done with college, and I was done with SNL, she said we both loved Prince, and so she said we should start a Prince cover band and call it Princess because we're girls.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
we just sing all of his stuff, but we just sing it in harmony.
And what a great artist to do that with. There's a crazy story of your mom hitting on Jagger.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love that she went from like, say no to this music to like, what's up, Mick?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I need to know the bridge.
Yeah, well, the bridge was slowly but surely she began to, well, I won tickets in a radio contest to go see Elvis.
Yeah.
And so she had to, I was trying to get like a rock show victory.
Yeah.
But in fact, I won tickets to see Elvis. This was in like 72, I think. So it was my first real concert.
Yeah.
And I had an extra ticket, obviously, and my mom said, well, I will be your date, which was,
So giving of her, so benevolent. Yeah.
And we saw Elvis in San Diego. And Elvis, I gotta say, Kelly, Elvis was a little bit loose that night. He was kind of like, he rolled on his back, he did imitations. He was feeling free up there. And
feeling something.
Something. And my mom looked around and there were like a lot of the blue-haired ladies just going nuts for him.
Yeah.
And Elvis barely sang the lyrics, really. It was kind of like, find your mama. And then he'd like sell scarves and give scarves off and roll around. And so she'd look around and go, And later that week, I did win tickets to go see Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
And she was my date again. And this was a completely different crowd. It was, the guy next to her offered her cocaine.
I was gonna say,
that happened. I saw that happen.
Yeah.
She was kind to him in saying no.
Yeah.
But, we watched the show and it was this intense Eric Clapton performance. He was playing Layla for the first time. And,
wow.
She felt the thing. She felt what rock can really give you, which is that sense of power and majesty and,
That's singer-songwriter as well, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And so we were leaving that night and she said, your music is better than mine. And that
what a win!
Yeah, that was the win.
Oh.
So, I know.
So,
I'll get you to Jagger.
I was like, how do we get on her hitting on Jagger? Okay.
Yeah. So later, I was fortunate enough to write a book about my favorite writer-director, the great Billy Wilder, who did Sunset Boulevard and Some Like It Hot. And, he was 83 at the time, and I wrote a book about him, and they threw a party for the book. And all kinds of people showed up, Steve Martin and Jane Fonda, and there was Mick Jagger. And I was like, oh, Mick Jagger, what do you say to Mick Jagger? And I was looking away, and when I turned back, my mom was on him, flirting with him.
For sure.
I was like, that's what happens. The guy who wrote Sympathy for the Devil, who you denied into our house for years, you're hitting on him. So there's a picture.
And you were the gateway drug for that moment.
I was the gateway drug. Yes. You called it.
You look over and you're like, it's one of those moments where you're like, I'm kind of embarrassed, but I'm kind of impressed right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
And they kind of look good together.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up, Say Anything, Love. I mean, what comes to mind with this one?
Well, the movie was originally about Ione Skye's character, Diane Court. It was about a golden girl who was kind of misunderstood around school. And what I was working on a long time to come up with is the love interest, the guy, who it was tough to come up with. And there was a guy who lived next door to me who kept knocking on my door going, Cameron, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Lowell. I'm a kickboxer, sport of the future. I'd like you to see me in one of my bouts sometime. I'd be like, yeah, okay, but I'm trying to figure out this thing I'm writing. And he kept knocking on the door, and one day I realized that's the character. This guy who's a kickboxer.
Life handed you, yeah.
Yes, and speaking of hands, he had this thing that would kind of define the character. He would wipe off his hand on his leg and go like, I'm the sport of the future, Lowell March, you know? And so that all became John Cusack's character.
Yeah.
And life is the best writer. And
I was gonna say,
sometimes-
you pull from life a lot,
Yeah,
right?
I think you got
I have to for songwriting as well.
Yeah. You can't beat life. Life always surprises you and gives you twists and turns you'd never expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the universe is sending it to you. Pay attention. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then sometimes you're like, never mind, I don't want that. Let's talk. Oh, this is Jerry Maguire. This is awesome. Oh, so good. We all quote, "You complete me." Where'd that come from? Where'd that line come from?
You Complete Me was something that just kind of came to me. I think later I realized it might have been part of a lyric in a Joni Mitchell song. I would complete you, and you complete me in the song Court and Spark. But I didn't realize at the time, I kind of thought possibly it was too cheesy. And when Tom Cruise came to start working on the movie.
Not how he said it.
Well, check it out.
Yes.
Check it out. So like when he was looking at the script, we came to that part and I said, you know, I don't know, this line might be a little too cheesy, but you know, we may do it, we may not. And he said, let me have a shot at that. So time passed, and then 2 a.m, we were doing that scene after a long day, and he was walking into the divorced women's group, which my mom was a character in it. She was in the movie. And so he walks in, and he does the scene, and he gets to the part, and he says, "You complete me." And I looked around, and everybody was crying.
Yeah.
Like grizzled, roadie type, you know, people working on movies, they're like,
Yeah.
And Tom knew the power of that line and how he wanted to do it. And I asked him later how he knew that. And he said, I wanted to say I love you to my wife in a movie. And so that's when I did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's speaking from his heart.
Did your mom try and hit on Tom Cruise?
No. but
I would
my
have been a
mom-
great story.
I know. She did love the fact that she was in that scene, and Renee, of course, being on the receiving end, Renee Zellweger, we were all blown away. You could feel the chemistry between those two, like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
Everybody could.
She's captivating too.
Yeah, it was amazing. And so, you know, that scene exists as one of the great moments of anything I've been lucky enough to have a part of. And also, it is a little document of my mom, who we've been talking about, unguarded, didn't even realize the camera is going. And she's in that scene, like counseling some of the other actors, the women in the scene. So it becomes like a souvenir always.
You grew up on an island. We were talking about this in the break. I think it sounds idyllic. Your childhood was surfing, and there were penguins everywhere?
Yeah, we had penguins. I grew up in a place called Phillip Island, and we have a large penguin population. These little fairy penguins, tiny little ones. They're real cute.
Oh my gosh.
And for a period of time when I was still in school, I was kind of an assistant to a ranger. And
Like a park ranger?
yeah, like a park ranger. And so we'd work out at the penguin parade and tell people not to take photos of them at night time because it hurts their eyes. And
You know when people ask you what you would be doing if you weren't like a singer or an actor or whatever, I always think I would have done something in the wilderness like a park ranger. I think that's the coolest job.
It was really cool. We also had these other birds called mutton birds, which they're only there at a certain time of year, but they spend most of their life flying in the air. So they're really dopey when they're on land. And we would go around with the rangers.
Drunk?
Yeah, they're like drunk on land. They can't walk properly, but they would sit in the middle of the road. So we'd walk around the island and pick these mutton birds off, and you'd take them off the road. And
I just love it. Not a lot of humans around, just animals.
yeah,
you know?
just
I like
animals.
it. I like it.
We also have one of the biggest seal populations in the world as well. Seal Rocks, it's called.
Okay, so this is what I don't
Creative
understand.
name.
Let's go there. Okay, so you grew up surfing, obviously, right? So so did you wear a wetsuit?
Yeah, part of the year we did.
Let's start there. Okay, so people, especially in Australia, because it's one of the first places I went at like 19, going outside the States, and they were like, no, the shark only attacks you. They think you're a meal, but you're not. You know, they'll attack. And I'm like, so what you want me to do is get in this gray little number that's gonna make me look like a fat ass seal in this water, and then the sharks are all there. Like, it seems stupid.
Yeah.
It just, have you ever had an encounter?
Yeah. But I've been surfing since I was 6 or 7 years old, and I've seen a shark when I've been in the water like one time. So your chances of
Like
it
a great
actually
white?
happening, it was big enough to send me in pretty quickly.
Yeah. You paddle quickly.
Oh yeah.